When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the Baylor Bears, McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos in Waco, Texas. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Florida International Panthers, taking on another team from the Big 12 in an intra-conference matchup, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. FIU will kick it off to get things underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Baylor Bears offense will have the football first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Back to pass. Under fire. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It's a fumble. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds. And the Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So the FIU Panthers offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Finds his tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll take it himself. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Boy, I really wasn't expecting a run there. Most teams in that situation look for the quick pass to pick up the first down.
No doubt, because you drop your quarterback, you can throw the ball really quickly, or he can take off and run the football. So a little bit more one-dimensional when you run the football, but if you do it successfully, it works. If nobody says anything, everybody's happy.
Running to Green. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Panthers have their offense in high gear. Power football with the run. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Florida International. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Yeah, and that's a nice job selling it by the offense, dropping back, making it look like it's pass. That running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing him the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space, and he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They marched 56 yards to the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Henry. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Looking to the big tight end. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. They punted on their opening drive, and now they need a third down conversion to avoid punt. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Bears will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Snap to the back. Hard running there. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that and you're running full speed with everything you have, a lot of times you're just trying to get him to the ground, and you're not trying to put a good shot on him. And then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles. Great job by that young man.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. FIU pushing tempo. Got it back on second and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Panthers!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Caught in the backfield. It's Ball. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Gets it past the marker. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And the Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. Breaks the tackle. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Bears are on the move. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's ball. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
With the catch, it's Morris. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Pass completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gonna look downfield again. Caught in the backfield, it's Ball. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his big tight end. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. The Bears didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. 2nd and goal for the offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He'll keep it himself. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bears!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution of scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Snap to the back. Plows through the defense. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll move the tight end. The offense changing the play. Dropping back, it's Dorsey. Throws to the tight end. Soft spot in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it on the run. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. On 1st and goal, let's see if FIU can get it in. They'll try to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, FIU.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. And he's going to try to return this one. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Motion from the wide receiver. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ruiz. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You've got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Runs for the tackle.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Going for it all. Hauls it in down the sideline. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. And the Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the offense gets an automatic 1st down after the roughing the passer penalty. The Bears are rolling down the field. Now from inside the red zone. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and FIU is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. And we'll start the 2nd quarter as they try to hang up a 3 spot. Right down the boulevard. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, take a gander at what's happening in this interesting battle in the Pac-12. Oregon has the lead currently at Autzen Stadium, but that typically dynamic offense just hasn't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over Hawaii. We'll keep you posted on things in this game that's sure to shake things up in the Pac-12. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's take a minute to look at Florida International. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Paul, we're halfway through the season. You don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. They'll send the tight end in motion. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
The Panthers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Skips away from pressure. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Down to the 48-yard line as he takes it away and takes it back to set up his offense. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
He's got him this time. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. Give to the back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And the Bears want to move quickly. The play action fake. Grab near the sticks. It's Henry. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking for a crease. It's Ball. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. On third down, he drops to throw. Rushes on him. Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Florida International offense is back on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And the Panthers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looking downfield, it's Orji. Got his man downfield. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special. And because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered. man, zone. That's where he was going with it. And the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They go to the ground. Powers through the defender. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. FIU set up with another first down. To the air on first down. Works the middle of the field. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. FIU pushing tempo. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. Backed up now, here's second and long. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Panthers come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Touchdown, Panthers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9. And the extra point splits the uprights at 28-13. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll pull it on the read. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? To the ground with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Got his man to the left. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Get it out on the screen. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Ball is loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. deep toward the end zone. And he makes the catch inside the 10. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. On first and goal. See if FIU can get it in. Let's go. Dropping back, it's Orji. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Catch in the middle, it's Kendricks. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Bears in a good spot here with second and short. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals. And you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Nowhere to run. Stop behind the line. It'll be fourth down, and that's probably going to do it for the half anyway. And the Bears will send out the punt unit. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
And it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Waco. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through two quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys along the banks of the Brazos River at McLean Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Jean-Pierre. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. To the air, it's Dorsey. He's got him. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And guys, with the empty backfield on second and short, might they take a shot here? Might be changing the route. They'll go up top on second and short. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Florida International. And the route is on.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tack on the extra point. It's 35-13. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of interest in this Pac-12 showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Oregon State has the lead right now, but this Reser Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by a field goal over UCLA. We'll keep you posted on a Pac-12 showdown that, not surprisingly, guys, is already trending.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on second down. From the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Bears will line up to punt it away. Wants to bring it back. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Florida International offense is back on the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Now they'll try the right side. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. FIU pushing tempo.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Deep shot for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on third and long. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Find some fresh air.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Right back to the well. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. On the option. Fights off a defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. They stop him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. They'll try the run. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Panthers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Softened them up with a run. Now to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Jean-Pierre. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. To the air. It's Dorsey. Quickly complete.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop him. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Quick strike complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Wants to keep it in the air. Snags it over the middle. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. Field gets a little tighter here in the red zone.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Well, when the offense goes empty, that triggers the defense to want to blitz. The linebacker came that time. They couldn't get him blocked, and down goes the QB.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Working the middle. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the...
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Panthers!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the returner will be brought down. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Pulls it and fires to the left. Crosses the 30. He's got away. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Bears, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for space. It's Ball. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Finds his big tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Bears line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. And a nice pickup on the run, and gets down to avoid contact.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Turning it on. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
And obviously this offense has had their way getting the huge lead. And now when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, a quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays. Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter, but when you've got the playmakers, these
headed to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, FIU. He has spent a lot of time in that end zone and an absolute assault on the scoreboard.
No doubt about it. And guess what? I get to make a lot of highlights. I can copy and paste all of these touchdowns, show everybody the game I had, and the defense, well, you're just going to have to shake your head because you've been getting dominated.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. He'll do it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Gives it on the option. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We reach the break. It's FIU with the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Here we go.
Leaves it with the running back. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And I know you can play. Game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. On first down from the 13-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. That is a costly mistake as the penalty wipes the touchdown off the board. Here on third down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He's got the back in the middle. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Good play call on defense. Third down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up fourth.
Converts on fourth down. Still going. Touchdown, Panthers. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football-type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Looking to throw on first down. He lost one down the sideline. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
It is so nice when you get a team down and you know the pass is coming. They have to pass, and that's why that dude's got 3 sacks, because they're pummeling them. All passing situations, all rushing the passer, all padding the stats.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. And the Bears decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Florida International offense is back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The Panthers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. And the Panthers will hustle to the line. Got it in the middle. It's Jean-Pierre. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a first down. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete on the right side. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Panthers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Makes the grab. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. Looking to pass inside the red zone. It's on target and complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Caught near the sticks. It's Jean-Pierre. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. On 1st and goal, let's see if FIU can get it in. Wants to throw again. Touchdown, Florida International. And they take it in for 6 more points. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll go to the ground. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Bears will punt it away on 4th down.
Number 15, on to punt it away.
Wants to return it. He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Offenses ice football games in the 4th quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
Out of the gun, the inside give. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points.
Oh, they block it. Now he can return this. Past the 50. The 30. The 20. Inside the 10. He takes it all the way back for the 2.
I love the effort by the field goal unit. They don't just take the play off. They don't hang their heads. They rush the extra point. Look at that. Get their hand up, get a paw on it, pick it up, and take it all the way back for 2 points and gain some momentum for this defense.
And he's going to bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Bears will punt this one away. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like, they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Looking to pass. It's Dorsey. Hauls it in. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. He was really beating himself up over that interception and that loss last week. I know he's thrown a pick in this one, but he's looked much more certain.
And what you ask quarterbacks to do nowadays and how much you put on their plate, one mistake is okay. Those usually aren't the ones that are going to kill you. So one mistake, back-to-back weeks, that's fine. You just can't make multiple, but the team's winning this week, which is the most important stat that he cares about.
Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line. Now on the move. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And he's coming out of the end zone. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Bears send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Florida International offense is back on the field. Time is short. Defense still has 3 timeouts, but it's a mountain in front of them, Jesse.
Yeah, the worst-case scenario now for this offense is victory formation, victory formation, victory formation, punt win.
Looking deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And he's coming out of the end zone. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He goes down after after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking to throw, it's Dorsey. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. One more play to pad the stats. Might be calling a hot route. They'll go back to the air on second down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Final shot falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.